Director of the Uganda Export Promotion Board. We have many exports and he'd like to see us grow even more. And he'll be talking to us about the exports market. So good evening, Dr. Eli Kamsha of the Uganda Export Promotion Board. Welcome to Newsnight.
Yeah, good evening, Favi and the viewers.
We have a lot to talk about. First, just to bring everyone up to speed, what do you actually do? I know you play a role in helping one to export products and services, but how?
Uganda Export Promotion Board is a government agency that was established to promote exports, development and promotion and facilitation and coordination of all export-related activities in this country.
Okay.
Our government is coming in to play a big role because, you know, most of our companies are SMEs. And so you can't expect them to go for information, get out, they don't have the money to go out, buy information, analyze it, use it, enter these markets with many obstacles. Markets are never open. You have to look for them, you have to penetrate them.
So let's talk about competitive advantage, because you have the bigger organizations, you know, the roofings in their own ways, the sugar companies who are doing much better in the export market. Are you facilitating where there's a competitive advantage that the SMEs also have leveled playing field?
Actually, most of the exporting farms, most of the exporting companies, most of the exporting individuals, because Flavia, we even have individuals that are exporting, are small. Even some are micro and SMEs. And so the majority, for example, fruits and vegetables, in grains, in cross-border trade, these are mainly SMEs. Yes, we have some of the big companies in manufacturing who export construction materials, iron and steel bars, cement, but also sugar, detergents. But we also have small companies exporting cosmetics, drinks, food and feed. And
they are accorded the same attention.
We accord all of them
from the promotion board.
We don't discriminate.
Let's talk about, of course, the importance of exports to a country. We obviously know for revenue and all of that, but you were talking about earlier on when we spoke that there's imports and exports. Where's the resources coming in for the imports?
Yes.
We're not making enough. Talk to us about that.
Since 2001, around 2000, up to now, exports have been increasing, but also imports have been rising.
Yes.
Two ways to talk about this. One is that we always be importers. We keep importing.
Yes.
Import raw materials, spare parts to use in the production of both products for domestic market and for exports. But also you have a challenge when the imports are consumer goods, consumption goods, cheap Japanese second-hand cars, many they are littering our streets, food and feed, drinks, cosmetics, products that we can produce here, products that we are producing. That is a challenge. So that money could have been used here to produce for export.
Yes.
But further, let me mention something else, that we have government imports. Government is involved in projects, Karuma, Ayago, Standard Gauge Rail and others. That is also having a chunk on our imports. We hope that when these projects have ended, our export-import balance, trade balance, should be down.
Okay.
Actually, when you remove formal exports, projects and government imports, you realize that actually the trade balance is narrowing, is less than $1 billion.
Break down for me the role of, say, the government, you've got the private sector itself, the media, when it comes to exports.
Let me start with the media.
Yes.
You are the vehicles that transport the message about creating awareness, about educating people about the need to export.
Yes. And
that is very, very important. Second, the role of government. The role of government is to coordinate, to regulate, to facilitate the development.
Funding.
I'm coming to facilitate, to coordinate the export sector. But also, government should be able to provide development funds, what we call an export development fund, which is affordable as compared to bank loans.
But we know in the past, access to such funds also becomes a bit of a nitty-gritty.
I agree, Flavia, very well. I mean, and these are SMEs, companies, some individuals, and some of them are choking on these loans. We know it is difficult to access even commercial bank loans. You need collateral, you need this, you need that. So we need a development fund. And let me mention that we already have the agricultural credit fund, which is in the Bank of Uganda. But my minister, the Minister of Trade, is requesting, is put to cabinet an export development fund, so that you develop the entire chain, if it is agriculture, the entire value chain, from production to post-harvest handling, even value addition to exporting.
Okay.
And we need an export development fund.
Okay, as we're running out of time, but if you can talk to us about what is happening tomorrow. It's the Presidential Exporters Awards.
The Presidential Exporters Award is an important award which will take place tomorrow, and this is to recognize key players in the sector, especially exporters, who have contributed, despite the challenges they face, have contributed to the export sector. So the President annually recognizes them, we give them accolades, we thank them, we have a ceremony which will take place tomorrow at Imperial.
Okay, definitely. Thank you so much, Dr. Eli Kamucha, the Executive Director for the Uganda Export Promotion Board. Just to note that the Uganda Prison Services will tomorrow pass out cadets at a ceremony in Luzera Prison. The President, Yoweri Museveni, is the chief guest, and NTV, of course, will be broadcasting the event live starting at 9 a.m. as well as throughout, of course, our social media platforms. We now take a break. NTV Tonight continues.